Hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist. It is Thursday, February 20th, 2022, 2020. So you number people out there just go nuts about that. Have problems. Go have your problems. Good morning, everybody. It's me. I've got me today, and I've got Ease from Easeism.com. He's Easeism Works Studio. This man is a wonderful artist, and I thought I'd show him on the show. You've probably seen him in the chat. He sits out there and visits with us while we watch the show, and this is the first time we've ever had him on. So everybody, welcome Ease. How you doing, Ease?
Good morning, man.
Do you prefer Ease or Easy?
Ease is best.
Ease is yeah, there you go. Ease it on in there. I got you. Yeah. So if you don't mind, take a moment and introduce yourself to folk and let them know. Though I mean, you're in the chat with them all the time. They just may not know who you are.
Yeah, this is my first time on actually a live stream. So good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ease. I'm a graffiti artist from New York, and travel a lot. Love living life, and art is my passion. Yeah, man, I got really interested in the community here on YouTube, and I've always been a bit of an activist. So I feel like this is an opportunity to get out, say a couple of things, and share experiences and see what progress we can make. Because I have a deep passion about what's happening right now. I don't like it, and things need to change.
Oh yeah, absolutely, totally. Well, thank you. I popped up some of your art there for people to see what some of your work. This is his website. We'll talk more about that in a little bit because I want to show you the trucks, guys. If you haven't seen the trucks, you got to go see the trucks. The trucks are cool. Let me pull this down though, because I want to visit with you first. Let me pull up the chat here and say hi to everybody. Good morning, Kristen. How are you doing? Best name ever is here. KCA Randy's here. Dave is here. Dave's always here. Hi, Dave. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see who else is with us. Guild of Reason. Hey, had him on the show earlier this week, or was it last week? Memory blurs. The memory blurs. But hey, good to have you there. Guild of Reason. And let's see who else we've got. So we got a new person in the chat. Don't be too hard on him. Theological Introspection. That's a lot in the name. Hi, guy. Yeah. How you doing? Nice to have you along. Let's see. I think that's kind of got everybody right now. There's Easeism Works, this guy right here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So, Ease, how long have you been doing the thing?
Yeah. My whole life. I basically started I took my first tag when I was 10 years old. I was just running around. I'm from New York. I'm from Queens. I'm a big part of an urban culture. That's basically what I grew up in. Always running around, getting in trouble, just experimenting with the environment around me. And that slowly, I've always liked art ever since I was a child. Like as a baby, I would always just draw, and it was just amazing that I could put certain lines and shapes together and create something with it and pop it out of a page per se. And then I found graffiti, and graffiti gave me an outlet where there was a lot of freedom to express myself by just painting walls. And I did that for pretty much my whole childhood until I got into my adulthood, and I left it alone because it wasn't really giving me anything. I wish I had stayed with it a little harder, but it is what it is. And after the years have gone by, I've had the opportunity to return to my art. And now I take it on with a passion where it's basically my career. And this is basically what feeds me. I do all this. I have my website. I'm also, the majority of my stuff is posted on Instagram at Easeism. You guys can go and follow me there. Yeah, that's pretty much a nutshell of what it is. Everything else is just everything I've learned and what I've been getting into as far as discovering how, so the intricacy of art leads to dimensional art. And I've found correlations between how geometry and symmetry in physics is used. And every time I draw something, it's extremely intriguing to see how things kind of work out on paper. And that has led me into an exploration of how things work. And it's been quite an adventure, and it just grows and grows every day, and sharing something like that and being able to give all the people the opportunity to see things in a different light through visually, basically, because we work by basically seeing things. We perceive our reality as we see it, and hopefully doing so and collaborating the right image will help people see things better. It's a long shot, but I like to put passion in everything I draw.
Well, there's more to it, really. I've shown them so far. I've shown them just what you've got on your homepage, and I've shown them the gallery while you were talking. I was rolling through the gallery, but I want to show you guys, for those of you who are into this kind of thing, this is what I think is the coolest thing. These are the custom painted toy trucks with custom packaging. So he will go down and he will purchase these trucks from the store. You know what? I'll let you tell it. You want to tell them how it's the process?
So I do a lot of kit bashing. And basically, just like you said, I go out, I'll get some 99-cent toys and I'll do them up, but I'll do the boxes up, I'll do the toys up inside and do everything custom. And that comes from my own experiences of painting up trucks. I'm actually looking up a picture I have here somewhere of a truck I recently did in 18. So the way those trucks look, I would basically paint them on the street and you would see them go by, and that's a rush in itself. But that comes from my experience and what people still currently do. So a lot of people will do that for advertisement. They'll hire a graffiti writer to paint their truck and put their logos on, and we get our chance to put our names up and show our art. And that's how we get by. Doing walls, doing murals, focusing on doing our own art, getting into galleries. The graffiti world has expanded vastly. And the opportunity to actually profit off it has increased dramatically.
Yeah. Well, obviously this is the Daily Atheist thing, and we're atheists and we all talk about atheism. And normally our conversations kind of revolve around atheism and all that. We'll get there, folk, if you're here for the atheism. But I just wanted to show you, I met Easeism in the chat. He's been talking to me, commenting he's been watching the videos, commenting, and then he hit me up in Facebook, and we got to talking. And of course, I believe he's going to do his own video podcast. And but then he showed me his art, and it just kind of blew me away. I don't have any art skills at all. It's just, to see this stuff, and it's just pretty amazing. And like these trucks here, these are all one of a kind. Each one is the only one. Am I right there? Yeah.
Yeah. So each one is a one of a kind. I've just found the truck I wanted to show you.
Okay. Let me pop us back over here.
Yeah. Let me just, okay. I got to transfer it over to you.
Well, do you know? Oh yeah. You're on your phone. That's right.
Yeah. So I got to do everything.
So, okay. Go ahead and do that. Whenever it gets here, I'll see. I just wanted to.
There's no rush.
Okay, good. It looks like it's over there. That's right, Christian. There's more to, that's true. We are all diamonds with many facets. One of his facets is his art. And I got to say, it's pretty impressive. Maybe if you're another artist out there or him, if he's to go look at other art, he'd be like, but me, anytime you can take your hand and you can put something down like that just, I can tell what it is. Remember being kids drawing cars? I'm here. Drawing cars, there's just like a box with a little end at the back, and then you had the wheels there and the wheel there, and then you'd write little lines behind it to make sure everybody knew it was going that way. That's the extent of my artistic value.
So that's the stuff I did in the Bronx on 18, the summer of 18. I was home for what? And I do those live. I don't just do them as little toys. I do them. I do big stuff too.
Yeah, I guess you do. All right. So there's that as well. So if you need your truck painted, I didn't realize.
Get into the atheist thing. I've never labeled myself in any way, but I've never had any belief in any God or religions. It's not been a part of my life. So
there's also something else.
Atheist right here.
Yeah, well, there's also a political side too, or you were talking about there's things going. All right, so let me ask you this next question. We're going to kind of start easing that way, and this is my way of doing it. You got your art here. You know who Jim Carrey is.
Yes.
Jim Carrey doesn't. I mean, obviously yours is a lot better than Jim Carrey. Sorry, Jim, if you're watching, Jim. I'm sorry.
I really like Jim's work.
Yeah,
so I know where you're going. So continue.
So are you going to start using your work? I haven't seen anything of your work yet that I would see as a political outlet of you venting. Are you considering that? Heading that way?
No, it's never been that, and I don't want to lead it that way. I would like much more to educate with my art. So kind of put together
Oh, let me get that back up there for those who
listen. How can I want to describe this properly. So basically just use art and animation to tell stories in an educational manner instead of Family Guy and whatever have you, just, nonsense to make us laugh. I like watching all that stuff. It actually entertains me. I kind of keep it on in background music sometimes when I work, but it's not educational, and I want to try to drive an educational, a visual educational show. Right. So that's kind of where my channel's kind of leading towards and bending towards. If it touches on politics, it touches on politics, but I'm not going to actually name anything out or call anything out. I just want to make people aware of what's happening, because there's a lot happening that people are just dismissing because they're concentrating on the noise.
Gotcha. Do you have, we've briefly talked about it, and we've kind of tinkered with your tech situation, but do you have like a timeline of when you'd like to get started with your own channel?
I'm working on it as we speak. It's taking me a while to upgrade the computer properly to do the animation that I am intending to do. And I'm actually, as we speak, working on it. So within the next few weeks, maybe first week of March, I'll be definitely loading something up to start a little, not so much a podcast, but shows. At first, I'm going to start it with shows. I'm going to see how that works. And if I get the right audience and I get the right flow, then I'm going to take it live and start interacting a little more. I like doing things slowly. I don't like jumping into them. It's just my experience. Hey, take it easy. There's no rush. If it happens, it happens.
Well, that was kind of my progression. I started with videos. So what'd you call it? You used a word, you didn't say videos, but I think that's what you meant. Not podcasts, but stories, I think you said. Anyway, videos. Yeah, so I started with videos.
Pardon.
Oh, no. That's cool. So I started with videos, and then I started in the beginning, I started scripting them. And then I thought, man, this is too hard to script this. This is just so much work. So I thought, I'll do it on the fly, because I'm a pretty cool guy on the fly. So I started doing it on the fly, and it's just a lot of me going, and then I started scripting them again. And then that wasn't going fast enough. So just like you said, I went to live stream. I watched other people do live streams, and I started doing my own live stream. It's a progression. If you start with what you got your idea and where you want to go with it, and then you just start moving in that direction. It's like little bits every day. There's a Japanese word for it. I don't know what it is. Yes. But yeah, a little bit every day in that direction that you want to go. I'm sure you'll get there. You certainly got the energy for it. Every time I've talked to this guy at 4 p.m. and 3 a.m, he's always going.
Yeah. I don't sleep. That's another thing. I don't sleep, so I might as well use my time productively, as productively as I can, because I do have ailments. I do have difficulties. I'm not a young kid anymore, and they can pose a big challenge. And I was, while I was aware of these challenges and what it might bring, so I always knew I might end up with some sort of arthritis just because of everything I've been doing. We're the generation that brought out Nintendo, PlayStation. Hours and endless hours of playing. And then you get on your computer. And then you have a job, you're always using your hands. You get to our age, you're going to develop ailments regardless. Some people get it worse and some people don't. I've gotten it enough where it holds me back enough to take my time. So now I just pace myself, and it's just learning to live with whatever it is that you have, and focusing on moving forward instead of getting stuck on, woe is me.
Mathpig happens to be, I haven't ran this in a day or two. I think I may have forgot to blame Mathpig. And then, Jay from the ETC channel is always wanting me to hit the blame Jen too. So I'm blaming Jen. Jen and I don't blame Jen for much. I mean, me and Jen kind of agree on a lot of things.
No, blame Mathpig.
Yeah, I do blame Mathpig. It is almost certainly always his fault. So I want to tell you guys a story briefly here. Now, this is Ease from Easeism Work Studios. He's awesome. I met Mathpig. I've known Mathpig for a while. Mathpig was showing me something a couple of weeks ago, a week and a half ago. He's like, man, check out this thing. He's like, my pigsty boat or something. Pardon me, Mathpig, for not remembering exactly. So he's like, I want to show you this thing. I look at it and I'm like, that's a boat. You know, man, it could use your little pig logo on there. Apparently it's got his old logo and I've never seen it. I didn't know that was his old logo, but blah, 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 blah. Anyway, and I saw this I need to get this damn thing out of my way so I can talk with my hands. I saw this boat and it's real cool looking. It's like a graffiti-esque. And then I'm sitting here watching his work, this guy's work, Ease, and we're going through his stuff and I'm looking at these and I'm like, wait a second. That looks like, not that any of the work itself looks like the boat of Mathpig. Clearly they don't look anything like. But it's the same style. And I was like, you're the artist that did Mathpig stuff. His stuff is so distinctive that I was able to call him out. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I have a signature. Yeah, you could definitely say that.
I think Mathpig's at work. Oh, Pigsty in Space. He's at work now, or I'd ask him to send it to him. I'm sure I've probably got it somewhere on here.
Yeah, I could.
You can send it to me? Awesome sauce. Yeah. If you'll send it to me, I'll show the people.
Where's the piggy mobile? Here it is.
Piggy.
Oh. All right, I found it. Bear with me.
Right. Bum, bum.
Yeah, I appreciate Mathpig greatly. Whoever's not subscribed and follows him, do so.
Yeah, Mathpig is awesome. But, you know, he's a troublemaker. He does.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker. He's definitely a troublemaker.
Start trouble. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I met him. He was starting trouble. You know, I go over to the channel. I don't know if you know this or not. When I first met Mathpig fans, I thought he was gay, and I thought, because wasn't it Mathpig? Yeah, it was Mathpig. Let me get over here. Easeism. Mathpig had was it you, Mathpig, had the stream with all the LGBT people, and they were, yeah. And so when I first met him, that's what I thought. Anyway, and then he just gave me crap about it. So here's the Pigsty in Space. And that's what after seeing that, I don't know why I just obviously you can see. So that's pretty cool. I enjoy the art. I don't have any artistic, all right. So I can almost play the cello. I can almost play the piano. I can almost hablo español, and I can almost speak Italian. I even forgot how to say. It's been so long. There's a lot of things I can almost do. I can't do any of those things as good as he does his art. This is just impressive.
Thank you.
Let me I want to pull up one more thing here and show folks one more thing. The platos.
Yeah. I make decorative plates. Can't eat on them, but they're all decorated.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Those are acrylic color dumps, and I laminate them, and I gold plate them on the back. Some have silver, but the majority of them have gold plate.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Those are hand painted. Those are by brush oil paintings, except for the one on the right. That's a little more graffiti-ish with markers.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I made that. Well, that one went to my nieces.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Not that one though. The Smurf.
The Smurf went to your nieces.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's pretty awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, somebody's talking about the trucks. Let me just, for those who are showing up a little late, again, we'll get back to the atheist stuff. Bad Christians. Christians are bad. Christians are bad. We'll get back to that in just a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I didn't even see
those are my pops. So I like getting pops. I buy pop dolls and I do them up how I like. So that's Cusco from Disney, the Emperor's Groove, and I made him into Killer Mama Killa, which is the moon goddess of Inca, fertility goddess. Mm-hmm. And there's a description in there who describes who she is and what she's about. But yeah, I made this particular series about Incan gods. And as you scroll down, you'll see other ones. So this is an Incan, pardon me, I forgot its actual pronunciation. It's an Incan dog, and at the bottom, I forgot what the bottom is. There's a little dragon, a little spirit dragon, the shamans, Nagual. Yeah, and that's a shaman, and that's kind of like what they look like. So I did them up accordingly.
Man, that's pretty awesome. I think you told me about these the other day. I like that one there. That's all. That's pretty.
Yeah, I'm working on a few new ones. I'm gonna have a new series out. I'm finishing them up, and I do this all by myself.
Alone,
and it takes time. Yeah, it takes time. So I should be able to load up new stuff within the next couple of months.
Yeah, that's.
I'm actually, I'm always getting asked to do something custom, so I'm always busy. I'm always doing something, so I get backed up sometimes. Apologies to anybody who's listening, and I haven't turned it in yet.
There we go.
Everybody will get it.
Yeah, well, so for most of these, they are available, though, right?
Yes. Everything on the website is available,
except the one you gave to your nieces.
Exactly. I got to take that off, which is part of the.
Don't go buy the Smurf plate.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know. But everything else, yes, everything else is available. There's a price list in there. So yeah, anything you want, just go onto the website and just surf through and you'll see whatever you want.
Yeah. So not only, and this is cool, not only does he do the truck inside and out as best he can, but he also takes the box and completely reworks the box the truck came in to match the scheme of the truck. That is just awesome. I can't imagine the work that goes into that. All manner of artsy stuff, but that's amazing. All right. So now let's see if I want to see if I've got any questions in the chat. John Anthony's here. Hey, John Anthony. Good morning. Welcome. We actually had quite a few people. Michael is here. Mike, my buddy Mike. How's it going? I know. Did you see this guy's art? He saw this guy's art. That's amazing. Amanda showed up. I said hi to her in the chat. Spooky bed hair is here. I have spooky bed hair. It kind of looks like I don't have a lot of hair, but I tell you, whenever I first wake up, I look like Doc Brown. Or
Same here.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yep. What I have left, it looks like I might have hair, but I might just shave it all off.
I probably will eventually as well. Mm-hmm. I used to go around with a goatee, and then when I shaved my head, it looked like Walter White. But now I got the full beard, so I don't think I'll have that if I shave my head. But my wife says she will. Yeah, think it would be unfortunate for me if I shave my head because she's the one that has to deal with it. So, yeah. Brother John, I'm just checking everything out. Hey, Brother John. You never know. I don't think I've ever seen Brother John. I think I have. Hi, Brother John.
No, he's been in the chat.
Yeah. Awesome sauce. Good to see everybody this morning.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm trying to build up my Facebook because I stream to Facebook and YouTube. But I kind of, in the tiniest little bit of my brain, back of my brain, I knew Facebook had this like studio where you could go put all your tags, but I didn't care about that. I'm just driving Facebook or YouTube, and then I'll just accidentally stream it over there too. And whatever it gets. And then recently I decided to go over and learn. So I'm trying to learn and keep my eye on the Facebook too. So
gotcha.
I more metrics.
Sometimes surf it, but I stay away from Facebook. Every now and then I pop in, I see something. I know this is going to sound really, really stupid, but if I want a certain news feed, I'll search it on Facebook and then go for my sources from there, because they'll post the nonsense and then I find out if it's true or not.
Yeah,
and I'll usually find myself looking at that because I don't really interact with anybody, and then it's just my source of just like seeing what bullshit's out there and finding the truth about it.
I normally what I do in the morning is I wake up and I check the news, just kind of break briefly through while I knock back a cup of coffee. And then I do my stuff and do my work and all that. And then I go to Facebook and I'll check Facebook and stuff. So Facebook is not the first thing I check. However, often Facebook will be the first time I see something. I just left the news pages and now I get to Facebook and it looks like, hey, look, this country music star died, or hey, look, this person died. Hey, look, Prince freaking died. How did I learn from Prince dying? Facebook. And then you go to the internet and you're like, well, ABC doesn't have it yet. Is it real? And then, yep, here they come. They start filling in. But I saw it first on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. Happens rather a lot for me. Booleander, good morning. I don't think I missed anybody. Good morning, Bool. This one guy is here.
Hey, one guy.
Hey, this one guy. There was this one time this one guy came by to do the thing. Neil is listening, I believe. He's at work. Neil's working, man. He's off working. So, hi, everybody. Woolly Ignorant. He's from Scotland. Okay, so I got to tell you something. The other day I was making fun of, well, I wasn't making fun of Mathpig. I may have been making fun of Mathpig. Anyway, we were talking about the difference between Scottish and Irish, and I just jokingly said the only difference really is that with Scottish you roll your R's and you're angry. and then I get it like that, and I was just being a jerk. I love Scottish, I love Irish, I love it all. They're my favorites, right? And then I made a comment about I got to be careful because some Scottish guy will come kick my ass, right? Did all those things, ding, ding, ding. Like an hour later, I get this friend request from this guy. He's like, "Hi, I'm Woolly Ignorant from Scotland," and I'm like, "Uh-oh, here it comes." They've already found me. I didn't tell you about that, Woolly. I didn't want you to go watch the video. It wasn't a few hours later. Here's this guy showing up as a subscriber on my YouTube. Scottish and Irish differ in that Scots can hold their liquor. I see.
Wow. Hey, I don't know about that.
I don't know
about that, man. I know a lot of Irish people.
Do you? Well, Mathpig is Irish, and I love his accent. To talk to him, Woolly, he's Scottish. I would probably love to get him. I don't know if he does shows. Woolly, do you have a channel? I'm sorry, man. I forgot. I've forgotten many things. Do you have a channel? Do you stream? Would you come on and do your Scottish accent for us and not kick my ass? Fighting words. Yeah, see, Mathpig is there, and he's going to take umbrage at the notion that the Irish can't hold their liquor. It's not a matter of that they can't hold their liquor. It's just by size, they can hold, but they're tiny people. And so now Mathpig's going to kick my ass. But I'm 6'3" and 230 pounds, so everybody's tiny to me. Willie.
That's funny.
Yeah. Let's see. Best name ever. Home and finally, she's at school. Okay, so Wooly said he did see it. He had a good laugh, and that explains the subsequent stalking. If I come in with my ass kicked one of these days, no, who did? It was Wooly. But don't say that on Twitter. Oh yeah, none of the people are here because there was kind of one of my friends on Twitter, Osman Cometh, made a joke that he was going to slap somebody else, and Twitter banned him. It was funny. He had to be there. 5'11". Mathpig is 5'11". 5'11" is a respectable size in Ireland. Yeah. I'm a bad person. I have a twin brother, and he's 6'1".
Okay.
And my dad was 6 foot. So we were just growing up. My dad used to say the only reason why I was so tall was because he would slap me up when I was younger instead of slapping down. Same size on average. They probably are. I just kind of thought it was funny. They're the same people. Wasn't it Julius Caesar who said the difference between the Gaelics and the Germans, or I don't think they called them at the time Germans, but was it the ones on one side of the Rhine and the others on the other side of the Rhine and their language? Other than that, the Celts had the same Celtic, the Germans at the time had the same. There's a lot of, and the Celts are the Irish and the Scots, right? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, correct me. Celts are Irish and the Scots. So what is 1 meter point 175 centimeters best name? Kirsten, what is that? Neil is 6'4", so he's a little taller than I am. 240 pounds. He's got a little bit more girth than I do. He's a girthy lady. We don't judge, though. We don't judge. We don't fat shame here. I'd like to, man. I so wish I could get down to Faithless Forum. I know you're going to be there, Neil, and you're going to be talking at Faithless Forum. I just wish we could do it. The Gulls, okay. Junk Shop Library. Hey, Junk Shop Library is here. He's going to be here tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm just digging it, ain't I, Mathpig? So yeah, tomorrow we'll have Junk Shop Library on the show with us. He helped co-host with me the other day, but he was having technical difficulties. Hopefully he can work that out. And I don't know if he needs to. Maybe his coffee hadn't had its router yet, or his router hadn't had his coffee yet. I don't know.
Right,
something was not right.
It's always something.
5, 6, and 215. See, there you go. Gosh, a hippie girl. That's this one guy. Mike, you out, buddy? See you later. Thank you for stopping by. 9'3".
Thanks, Mike.
Mike's off to save the world. Bulliander says he's of Norse descent. So, see, you're going to Faithless Forum.
Nice worldwide.
I can't go to Faithless Forum this year. I cannot. Go. I wanted to go to Faithless Forum. I'm not going to be able to go to that. And I wanted to go to the event for American Atheist in Arizona. But I don't think I'm going to be able to go to that. Matter of fact, as of yesterday, I am jobless. Over the past few months, my job has been working down and winding down. And, yesterday it ended. So now here I am. Dance, monkey, dance.
Hey, exactly, man. Do what you got to.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I'm not ashamed to do anything.
Yeah,
there's some things I won't do. It's not that I'm ashamed, but I won't. There's certain things I won't do.
That's true. I'll never go back to stripping.
Well, if it didn't work,
if the money's right,
I'll try anything once.
I'd be a member of Chunkendales, not Chippendales. It'd just be one of those kind of things. Nobody wants to see that. Dave Con, I tell you, I wish I could go to Dave Con.
Yeah, that's something I would really like to participate in.
Yeah,
I like the vibe out there a lot better than the one here.
Oh yeah, well we see people like Aaron Ra and all those other people who go and they speak at these different events, and I want to be one of those people. Matter of fact, I would like to get to where I go speak about my Evil God Monster of Abraham series.
Okay.
So yeah, that's hopefully my future.
Yeah, I like that series. I've been catching up on it. I enjoy that. I don't care much for scripture. I've read the Bible in and out, and I could hold a decent conversation, but it's just a bunch of nonsense to me. Now, mind you, I went to private school, Catholic school my whole life, so I have a good education on what religion is. It's not just something I just blew off. I understand it. I know it. I was taught it. I had certain beliefs that I have blown off, but it's because I was able to blow them off is why I never really believed and don't believe in any of that now. Right. So,
well, some of those things are just like they're superficial. People they kind of believe it. They just don't really think about it, and they don't know why they believe it. They just, when I was a kid, we learned about Noah's Ark, and we just went on about our life, and then we, it's like a story or a metaphor, blah 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 blah. But they don't put effort or mental effort into it. Now they'll show up at your door. What's that? Yeah. Now
they want to they make a fucking museum. Pardon. It upsets me. It upsets me to see a damn museum where you put this huge ark where you put dinosaurs in there.
Yeah.
Like that's over the line for me. No. That has to stop. That has to enough of the nonsense.
Absolutely. Well, what they'll do though, as the individual, they will show up at your door and they will go, "Here's my Bible. It's this story of peace and love and mercy of a merciful God." And I'm like, wait a second. No, it's not. And that's what the series is about. Pointing out that, look at this is ridiculous. There's none of this in there. So it's been a lot of fun. And my editing skills have gotten a lot better of like jump cuts and stuff like that. I need to well, here's one thing. People who've watched my videos, some people watch the live stream, they don't even know I do scripted videos. Anyway, I'll be going along with a scripted video and I'll be like talking important words are coming out of my mouth for your benefit. And then I put this picture up and the picture's got words on it too. So you now have a choice. You can listen to my words or you can read the words on the image. because I just keep on talking. Usually they're memes saying something funny, but sometimes they have stuff. So I've decided that in future videos going forward, I will actually stop, me talking and post that video, the image that I want to. That way the person can enjoy the laugh without missing the point I'm trying to make. Because usually they're so that's kind of, but a lot of it's the editing. I'm getting better in that in the scripting. So now about you though, I want to talk about you. I'll do a video on me because I like talking about me. I'm funny.
Hey.
But and
that's what it's about. That's the brand. You have to make sure that your brand gets out.
There you go. Now, in your case, though, you do a lot of graphic edit. You have a computer based for editing graphics, and in the future, working with animations. Am I right?
Yes, I'm very good with graphic art, and getting into animation. I'm slowly teaching myself step by step what I have to do to achieve the look I want, because it's a little mix of old 80s rotoscope mixed with kind of Pixar art. I want to see if I can combine the two and make them work properly, and then eventually get to projection, where I can actually project my art, because they have that. They have laser stuff like the Star Wars, and little figure pops up. Like we're getting there. We're pretty much there, and I want to do that with my art in a certain way involved with music. Yeah,
that would be awesome to watch it. Yeah, interesting. Well, your art has always been 2D, a 3D middle image put on 2D. If you could get it into 3D, that would be pretty awesome. Have you ever thought about doing the 3D printers? You might extend that and actually start printing some of your art.
I almost invested in one, but it didn't seem. It wasn't the right time. But no, all day I'm all for it. I used to be very anti monetization in a way. Like when CDs came out and vinyl was put to rest, I was really upset. I was a DJ and I love my vinyl. I still do. Yeah. Being able to touch the record and play with it and do whatever have you. So
rub it all over your body. I understand.
Yeah. So for a while, the anarchist in me was like, no, this can't happen. But as the years have gone by and capitalism takes over, I've learned to adjust, and I'm all for it. I'm all for the monetization of art, as much as it bothers me. So here's one thing I have to say. So as a graffiti artist who grew up in the scene and knew and knows a lot of famous graffiti artists that are out there from New York, I've seen a lot of my friends suffer doing what we did. And I did too. Some of us are dead, gone to jail with horrible felony records for painting on a wall. Mm-hmm. And now it's allowed. Now it's welcome. Now it's everywhere. And they're teaching little kids, and there's YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I get it. And it took me a while to accept that, because what's glorified took a really big step, and I don't think enough people discuss that.
Yeah.
There's documentaries out there, and I think they should be a little more prominent to help explain the history of graffiti art. There's a huge history behind it, and every now and then something really, really nice comes out. There was a gallery show recently. It hit LA. I'm in LA now. I'm not in New York. I can't believe, From the Streets. I forgot what it was, but it had everything and everyone, and it was amazing. And they had a huge history of graffiti, how it took place, where it came from, how it started, where it's at now, the evolution of it. It's an art form that is now prominent and welcomed, and everybody wants it. Everybody wants graffiti on the side of the store. When I was running around putting my graffiti and getting arrested, well, I never got arrested for it, but yeah, people got arrested for it,
Absolutely. Well, for those who don't know, on the walls in Pompeii, they have found graffiti.
Yeah.
They like to paint dicks all over everything, apparently.
Yeah.
It was big. It was big with them back then. Was I don't know what the deal is, but apparently they had a thing for that.
I mean, we've been doing it for, what's the caves that are 20,000 plus years old?
There you go. Right. Yeah, absolutely. All the way back.
When you paint the wall, it's a rush. The only way I could say it, coming from me and my personal experience, it was an addiction to go out and paint the wall. And it was just putting your mark on history.
That's right.
And leaving it up there and just stepping back and let alone who cares what people thought, but what I thought.
Leaving your mark on history and on rail cars. Kirsten with Best Name Ever, she wants to know, have you ever designed any tattoos for anyone?
Yes. They've all been personal, and I welcome the challenge.
Yeah, John Anthony said he'd put a tattoo of your art on himself. And then somebody else, Theological Introspection. All right, guys, I'm trying to do this without my glasses on. Says, yeah, I need to show my wife this guy's work so she can have some inspiration for her tattoos. So, yeah, you got some awesome work there. I'm going to pop some of it back up so we can see.
Yeah, you'll see even more of it on my Instagram. I post most of my work there. So anything I'm working on, anything that is in progress.
Yeah, now we need to, folks in the chat, we need to verbally lash this man because he does have an Instagram that he hasn't hardly touched in over a year. And we need to get him back into Instagram and posting on the regular, getting his art out there for us folks who follow him. You know, I didn't even put your Instagram link in the thing, I don't think.
That's all right.
So you need to hook me up and I'll put it in the description so we can get you.
At Easeism. At Easeism.
That's too easy. At Easeism. Easeism. Easeism.
Yeah, Easeism. The art of ease.
The art of ease. There you go. I'm getting, let me get this thing up here. Not Kirsten. It's Kristen. You know, it is Kristen. I know this. I don't know why I want to call her Kirsten, like Kirstie Alley. I don't know why. Her name is just like mine, just a little different, and I can't seem to get it right. Okay. Description is blank. What description, brother? What description? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? Mathpig is talking. But you never know. He might be causing trouble.
Yeah. No worries. I'm used to it.
Gotcha. I'm just catching up with our chat. Yeah, so here's his art again. I just want to put this, and I want to put the pops back up. For you guys who didn't see, he does these trucks. I want to catch everybody up because we've got more viewers now.
Oh, okay.
For those who don't know, he buys these trucks, he paints them inside and out as best he can, and then he gets the box and everything and redoes the box completely that they came in the art. That is awesome. He also does these little guys here. Look at that. These are pops. He buys these pops, repaints the pops and the box into something kind of that's pretty awesome. I have zero skill. If somebody was to like lock me in a dungeon and say I had to paint something like that to get out, I would freaking die in that dungeon. There we go. Little stick figures written on, drawn all over something.
That's the best.
Is that a cat? I think that's a cat. No, it's a giraffe.
I love stick figure drawing. Line drawing to me is probably the best art there is. This is really awesome, and I love the intricacy and getting down on it. But it's a pain in the ass. And when I do line drawing, there's so much satisfaction from the fact that I could draw a line and just cross it over with whatever, make a shade and pop it out. It's just really satisfying to work simply.
Oh man, there's not. Okay, I screwed up my description. What happened was I could have swore I got my dates right. Whenever I did my StreamYard link, so in other words, there's no descriptions at all in this video. So I'll have to go back and put the description after we're done. And then I'll go ahead and I'll put the link to your Instagram while we're there. And then of course we will naturally, if people go to his Instagram and like follow him, that might be inspiration for him to.
And I also have a YouTube page, Easeism Works. So you can go see me there. Here, let me get on the chat.
Okay. There you go. I'm going to pop over here to this right here because I really
nothing's posted yet, but like I said, within the first week of March or so, something will be coming up.
Man, that's really frustrating.
I'm actually I'm working on something now. I finally figured out the animation that I want to give out and portray and show everybody and start telling a little story.
Gotcha. Once it comes up, I don't think you have you can't post a link.
No, I don't have a link.
Now you.
I got on the chat. So you just click on my You can just click on my.
I gave you a wrench.
It'll take you to my YouTube. Go to channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll put your link. Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You may have posted a link in the chat, but nobody will see it because you don't have a wrench.
Yeah, no. All I did was just say, hey, guys, and then they could just click on the little icon, and that'll take you to, you can go to the channel on that.
Awesome sauce. Okay, gotcha. Well, I'll fix that. I will. What happened was I must have screwed up my date, and whenever I went to fix my date, I didn't. Yeah, blah blah blah. We'll figure that out.
Hey, my motto is no rush, no worries. We'll get there.
Yep. And then here is some of his plates. These things here really. Do you do special requests?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Because this is pretty neat.
Best way to contact me is on Instagram, only because it's set up. I have Twitter. Everything's under Easeism or Easeism Works. So that's how you find me. And then, of course, the website, you could just send me a message through there. I have platforms.
Gotcha. Yes.
And also Facebook. I don't use it, but I also have Facebook. So whatever, you just put in Easeism or Easeism Works, and I'll come up on Google.
You know, for those of you who follow the show regularly, a couple of weeks ago, I got a message on Instagram from somebody, and I was like, I got a message and I don't know how to respond. So, man, if you're out there, send it to me in something else. Well, that was Easeism. And I have since subsequently learned how to do messaging in Instagram. I have, but at the time that was him. He was trying to send it to me. I was like, how the hell do you work this thing? I don't know. It's like TikTok.
Yeah, I have a thing for tech. I love tech. I just don't always have the patience for it. So I get to it just like you. I'll get to it when I get to it, and I'll figure it out.
There you go. Brother John wants to know if there's any major influence in your artwork in particular.
Yeah, I could go on for days. My biggest influence was my mom. She would just constantly show me art, play classical music, just fill my head with the arts in general. And from there, I learned the histories of artists that came about. Now, as far as influencing me now, I have such a long list of artists that I have worked with in my childhood. Not so much now, because I kind of just got back into things, and the list is just too big. Part of the things that I want to do is do a tribute video to the people that have influenced me in my art career. Most of them are graffiti artists that I still associate with. One in particular has passed. Bruce, rest in power, my dude. Rest in paint. BRUZ, one of the most famous graffiti writers in New York. He recently passed on me. There's so many others. Now getting into classical art, I really like the intricacy of the Renaissance. And it might sound a little corny, but when you actually look at somebody like Michelangelo or Raphael, and you see the shading and the effort that they put into their oils to get it to look that way, and they didn't do it with the paints that we have now. That's right. To sit there and put the ink or whatever to the paper and create that and pop it out. Because as we've moved on, we've been able to x-ray these pictures, and behind the paint, you see pencil drawings of the original drawings, and everything is completely different. And I work that way. So to see that what is preferred art, what is considered to be collectible art, it works the same way as my art does, which is not considered collectible. Hopefully it will be. It is an inspiration on its own. It shows me that I'm on the right path to get to where I want to, from the greats to the ones that are in present now. And again, I will be doing a tribute to those who have influenced me.
That's wonderful. Yeah. One of the things you were talking about earlier was some people who have suffered because of their art. They were graffiti artists. They did something graffiti wise and they suffered. That's kind of, but now those things are no longer punishable. They you know what I mean? So
they're still punishable. But it's more acceptable. It's more acceptable.
Oh, I see. I got you. Yeah, because
you can't just go and paint the wall without permission. If you paint the wall without permission, then you're facing, depending on where you are, you're in trouble.
Well, I guess nowadays it's just as easy to go ask, "Hey, can I paint graffiti on your wall?" Because just as much they're likely to say yes as they they would never say yes. So
they don't like paint though. Nobody, hey, would you like your wall done? We'll do this, and when they're like, how much? You tell them, they expect you to do it all for free. Bring your own paint and just do it for them. And sometimes you do it. It's free advertisement. You get to put your name up. They're like, oh, you did that, and you get sales from it. Like you make money. That's how it works.
I've got a question for you here from a couple of people, actually. Mathpig wants to know how much for your gopher wood piece.
That, my friend, well, you're going to have to contact me on DM for that. We got to talk because it's limited now. I used to have lots of it, but I don't have that much. And it's I can give it to you cheaper than anybody else has it, but it's not that much. So you got to DM me.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Gopher wood.
Gopher wood. I thought you were selling. You don't have a piece of art on gopher wood made out of real gophers.
Yeah. Actually, okay. So if you scroll up to the top,
okay,
you see that round.
Oh,
that's an 18-inch tabletop. Let me send you the original.
Okay.
So that's an 18-inch tabletop piece of wood that I drew up. All the
gopher wood. Gopher.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I mean, do you use adult gophers or baby gophers or male gophers or female gophers?
I prefer babies.
Baby gophers. So it's an atheist gopher.
Yeah, man, it's an atheist piece.
Okay, while you look that picture up, I've got another question for you here from Kristen.
Yeah.
I get that wrong. That's not Kristen. That's not Kristen. That's a different question, though. Have you ever had a problem with plagiarism? Theological introspection says it killed. We've actually talked about that. You and I have talked about stuff like that vaguely.
Yes, I've had a problem with plagiarism. It's part of the business, and you just have to. It's a trial and error. Most people will seek out advice. I've sought out advice. I called the Library of Congress to find out how things had to be done. I got it directly from them. This is how you have to do it. I didn't follow the steps that they gave me, and I paid for it. And I learned. That's the only way that I could explain the process that it takes to get to a level where you're comfortable just doing whatever you want or doing it whenever you want.
Gotcha.
And that's an 18-inch round tabletop that I did all the world's clocks. I started with the Incan Mayan calendar. I did a sundial on it that actually works. If you put a stick on it, the constellations are the dots with our world clock and a compass at the bottom.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I had to put my eyeballs on miso hosts. I could never do that. Couldn't. I enjoy the Aztec stylings.
Yeah,
I like the colors. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's wonderful. And then it's coated with something to protect it while you feed it.
It's laminated. Yeah, it's laminated.
Okay, I got another question for you here from Kristen.
Yeah.
I got it right again. That's twice. Have you heard, or do you like to promo These Walls Don't Lie?
What was that?
Have you heard of, or do you like promo These Walls Don't Lie? I've never heard of it. I'm hoping I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I can't say. I'd have to look it up. I probably have seen it, to be honest with you. I do try to look at what's going on and new. Most of the links that I have to what's new is in my Instagram. So I probably have seen it. I have a tendency of appreciating the majority of the art I see when I look into it and I see what it took to do it. And anyone who's starting off and needs that inspiration, I'm more than happy to encourage them to just keep drawing. Just keep going. Like you want to draw it. Draw it. If it doesn't look exactly that, it's never going to look the same way. No one has the same penmanship. No one has the same mark when they write. So it is important to keep in mind that it's never going to be exactly as you see it. It's always going to be your interpretation. It's how you perceive the reality that you are reconstructing with your vision. And that is the key to being an artist. Not being afraid or caring about what anybody else thinks. Be free with your art. Be as wild with it as you can. Otherwise, it's just going to be what everybody else does, and you don't want to do that.
I found promo These Walls Don't Lie on the interwebs on YouTube. Okay. Apparently, it's a video, and I don't really know what it's about. It's 4 minutes, but you can't see it anyway. So you know what? Maybe I'll show you this afterwards when we're done because you're on your phone. You can't see it anyhow. So what we'll do is
I can see it. I can see it.
Let me just kind of skip on through here and see what we got going on because when she's usually onto something. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Apparently, live streaming and surfing YouTube are well, I appreciate anticlimactic moments just as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
However, so there seems to be something wrong with that. I don't know what it is. Let me do this here and just see.
Oh, if it's a song, I don't listen to graffiti music. Not because I don't like it, just because I just don't listen to it. So I would not have heard it if it's a song. Because you posted in the live chat, it's a song about graffiti writers.
Oh, okay. I can sit here and slip through, I can see the little images, and I see a lot of graffiti. You see it there? Well, you may not be able to see it. I see a lot of graffiti.
Yeah. No, I see it. I got the screen up, so it's lagging, but I see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this later. I don't know why
me too.
I have really good internet, so there must be something amiss. I'll have to tinker with it later. Let me get this virtual gallery back up and then back over to your. I just want before we're done, I'd like people to see your art one more time on these really cool little trucks. For those who are new or who've popped in, this is Ease from Easeism Works Studio. He is an artist, an artiste. I mean, goodness gracious. Graffiti, there's an underappreciation for graffiti. If you like graffiti art, this is your place. Check it out. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. The Toys Get Lost kind of.
Yeah, so that's for my boys out here in Los Angeles. TVO, Toys Get Lost. That's who, as a matter of fact, might as well promo it. My art will be placed in the gallery at the end of this month at the Graph Lab if you're in California, Los Angeles. It'll be up for a couple of months, and yeah, that's what in the garbage truck is in reference to. I saw the garbage truck. I thought about Ninja Turtles, and I hit it up to match the guys out here. The great bunch of guys.
So he paints these trucks, the tiny little trucks in the boxes they come in. That's awesome. But he also does full size trucks. So I've got it all. He's got it all there. Yeah,
everything there.
That is awesome. Pretty amazing. All right. Well, our hour is up. I want to thank you for stopping by and joining me and showing us all this cool stuff. And again, Ease is going to do his own YouTube channel. He's got his own thing going on. He's got things in the works. I'm kind of helping him with the tech a little bit, getting some things going on. So look for that in the future as he goes forward. I'll fix my descriptions because I'm a bad man. I screwed it up. But I got it all still open in the one page. So I should be able to copy it and fix it. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Ease, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure.
One of these days, I'll have to get you back on to co-host an episode or 3, if you got time.
I'm more than happy to. Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of free time.
Yeah, especially as you get closer to getting your own channel up and going. Any practice you can get.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so, most definitely. And I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I am going to do this thing here. All right. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you all. Let me pull this down. You guys have a wonderful day and take care.